Hi guys, today let's talk about such an important topic from my point of view about our English progress, called how your self-esteem boosts your English success. You know, I have found that the question of self-esteem and self-worth is crucially important for our progress in English. Of course, it seems like self-evident, yes, that the more I'm confident of myself, the more then I will progress in some field, yes, but you know, usually in this life, the questions, the issues which are most evident, yes, they prove to be less exercised by us, least studied by us, and thus presenting a kind of an obstacle on our way to success in any given field, yes, and English is not an exception. So what I mean, guys, so for example, a lot of you, I'm sure, if you are not tutors of English, if you are students of English, especially beginners, have those doubts. We all have those doubts about whether I will progress, or how to do that, or whether I don't have enough mental capacities for that, or something like that, or whether I'll be able to find a tutor, or I mean normal tutor, real tutor, or something like that, or whether this textbook, this given textbook is useful or not, and so on and so on. But especially, mostly, those kinds of doubts are focused on ourselves. Yes. Even if we don't realize it consciously, somewhere subconsciously, unconsciously, we have doubts coming from our childhood, of course, is that I am unable to do that, or I am unable to do this because, and I'll not go deeply into, I'll not immerse into those, because, you know, at school, teachers, parents sometimes can tell that, you know, we are bird brains, and so on and so on. So having heard once this term bird brain being imposed on you, yes, it can, you know, it produced in a certain time instant, it can reflect upon the whole life of a person, you know, on his entire life, and thus hindering ourselves from success. So I will provide you with a couple of examples. So now I'm recording this video in English. You know, I'm sure that not all English tutors who tutor children, especially in Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, and so on, they record videos in English. Why? Because they get cold feet. You know, they are afraid. Why? Because they have mistakes, for sure. They can't speak fluently. That's why they're just scared, you know, because they will be mocked or something like that. But, you know, guys, I have been working in English for a certain amount of years, and my self-esteem, my self-worth about English is quite high. That's why I'm recording this video. If I had low self-esteem, I would not have recorded it, because I would be afraid, you know, it's period, you know, out of any doubt. The second aspect, for example, I tutored the guys for TOEFL, IELTS, but it's not yet the point. TOEFL, IELTS are quite difficult, but maybe, you know, maybe not, that there are other exams in the world which don't come into any comparison with those TOEFLs and IELTS, namely SAT, GMAT, GRE. And I'm also tutoring people about them. Why? Because when I learn about some new test, it's a challenge for me, and I take up the challenge, and I go deep into this test. I study some materials from the internet, I analyze, but I have not a single doubt that I'm able to cope with it, to embrace it. You see why? Because my self-esteem about English is quite high. No matter that I have some doubts, of course we all humans, we all have doubts, I have a high self-esteem, and that's why I embrace this, I overcome that, I step over that, and I take newer and newer thresholds, you see? And the same can be applied to you. Please realize your potential. I have recorded already one podcast in YouTube about why exactly you can master English. So I think this video echoes a little bit with that one. So you have an unlimited brain potential, and English is just a skill, mental skill, not physical, maybe mental skill. Any skill in this world may be acquired by you. It's, you know, it's 100%. It's a surefire truth. You know, maybe surefire truth is not a decent collocation here, but anyway, I don't understand how some. No, I don't. I understand, but when you have already overcome all of this, so when I see that a lot of people, they don't believe in themselves, yes, and it reflects on all spheres of their lives, not only in English. So I advise you, think about it now and realize your great potential, and treat English as just a skill, a pleasant skill which you will acquire. You will find a method, you will find time, you will have motivation, but the first thing out comes from yourself, from inner belief in yourself. If you lack that, it's a problem. But any problem can be overcome, can be solved by us. Any problem, any plight, as they say, any concern may be dealt with a greater or lesser amount of energy, time, and so on and so on. So you can master English. If somebody tells me, I can't do that in English, for example, I cannot write this essay, yes, this utterance is completely wrong, because it shouldn't exist at all. You only can say, I can write this essay, but the question is in the span of time required for you to master this skill. Maybe it will require 1 month, maybe 1 week, maybe 1 year, but you can write essays. Just at the moment you don't realize your potential and you're lacking some skills. So never say, please, I can't, I can't, I can't. This is a destroying, degrading statement which, you know, which impedes you from progressing. That's why, guys, think about your self-esteem in life in general and about English in particular. Think about that and realize that English is very easy skill to acquire. You should just love it and devote a certain amount of time to that. And that's all, and that's the question. And of course try to select a method, but okay, methods are plentiful and so abundant. You will choose, I suppose, successfully a tutor or course or something, but everything comes from your mind, from here, yes. Believe in yourself, please. I'm sure it makes you progress 5 or 10 times faster than if you doubt everything, that when you open the textbooks and say to yourself, oh my God, it's so difficult, yes, and not for my brain, yes, no, I'm a bird brain, yes, I have been told that by my teacher, Maria Ivanivna, oh my God, oh my God. So enough of that nonsense, please. You can master English, I believe in you. If you have some doubts or some ideas about that, please, you're welcome to share them in your comments. So guys, I wish you happy, fluent English, and believe in yourself. Train, practice, improve and boost your self-esteem. It will aid you not only about English, it will aid you in any sphere of life. No matter what your friends, relatives, kin and so on, kindred says. It's their problem, forget about those often stupid, silly and empty comments. Not all people are able of independent thinking and of awareness. And so try to get into the state where you are able to be aware of your progress, irrespective of those, regardless of those comments and everything. It's their problem, forget about them. What somebody tells you about any limiting concerns that people are trying to impose on you. Okay, so guys, see you in the following videos, and wish you to be happy about English, and not only about that, and think about your self-worth and realize your great potential. Bye bye, guys.